All right, let's go. Great question. Getting off topic, but yes, I've heard that expression before. Can you please explain what is energy reading? So follow the comment back for context, but it's kind of self-explanatory. So we all have energy, and I'm just going to do this without looking up any fancy terms for it, right? We all have energy. We all have a frequency. We all have a vibration. We vibe high. We vibe low. Depression, happiness. And very similar to what you've seen about horses, how their energy basically comes out 5 or 6 feet, humans have that energy field as well. So really the simplest term for this is to sit in someone else's energy. You purposely and intentionally go, metaphorically speaking, and sit in their energy. And that is the foundation of psychic ability. To me, it's the foundation of mediumship, animal communication. It's really the foundation of everything, is understanding that everything has energy. Everything, a tree, a plant, a house, a vehicle, a horse, a cat, a person, a dead person, an alive person. There is an energy signature to that person, period. So when I go and talk to dead people, I would love to say that this is communication with the dead, but we really can't prove one way or another if it's literally communicating with dead or if I'm communicating with the energy signature. And that there's a small difference there, but it's been brought up multiple times, for decades. So what gets overlooked in energy readings or psychic readings is that the event also has an energy signature. So for example, there's an energy signature around a divorce. There's an energy signature around a marriage, getting laid off from work, getting a new job. There are energy signatures to events as well as our energy signatures to people. And so this is one of the reasons for years, so the whole time I've ever been doing this, I say that there is no such thing as a third-party reading, because if you are reading the situation correctly, you're bringing in everyone's energy around the situation. So what do I mean by that? There's a lot of people that will come on here and say, is so-and-so in love with me? Okay, well, there's an energy signature around the person, around the other person, and then around the relationship. Now, if I just went to this person that asked the question and I ignored this person that's the other part of the question, and I didn't look at the event itself, the relationship itself, I'm only getting half of an answer. I'm not getting a full answer for the person that asked the question, right? You need to look at the energy of the situation. You need to look at the energy of the person, and you need to look at the energy of the person that might not be there, but is still involved. In my opinion, if you are related to it, paying for it, sleeping with it, it's your business to ask the question because it affects your life. That's why I will ask questions a lot of other people won't ask. And I try not to make people feel bad for asking any questions, right? Now, there was that funny incident where somebody said, am I going to have a romantic relationship with Jesus? And I was like, what are we doing? She meant Jesus. I don't do a lot of death questions, although I just tapped into Trump's health. But I don't do a lot of death questions. I don't think that is, I think that's my line in the sand. So you're legitimately just interpreting information that's coming to you from the other person's energy and or the energy of the situation. So it's about reading what we can't see. It's about reading intentions. It's about reading malevolence. It's about reading love. It's about reading even sexuality. And you're only tapping in for that moment. There's a lot of people that think, oh, just because someone is good at tapping in, they can see someone's entire life. I have never found that to be true. I have been able to tap into certain timelines, I should say times of someone's life. But to think that I just get some instant download like a movie about someone's entire life and whether or not they're a good person or a bad person is, that's movies. And if I were to interact with someone who said that, I would very much be suspicious of that person. So let me know if that answered your questions or if it created more questions, which of course I'm happy to answer.